Hey guys, it's Mac. I filmed an intro this morning and it did not work. So I am refilming an intro again. So yeah, this is Booktube-A-Thon Day 2, vlog number 2. From what you're watching right now, I am about 100 pages done with Poison Study. So yeah, I just wanted to do that finished update. I am just like so tired at this point. I just want to go to bed. So I'm going to sleep now. Filming my intro for the video that that's already filmed. Like, it's fine. It's just like, it's past future me. I'm losing it. It's fine. We are past this point. But anyways, I hope you guys all enjoy this video and my vlogging. It's been a rough day, I will admit. It has been a rough day. Let's go. Jump to the next clip. We done with this. Okay, cool. Okay, so it is 12:15 and I finished Poison Study. I'm still babysitting. I'm gonna be babysitting for another 2 hours, so I can't start the Savage song. But I finished it. 5 out of 5 stars. So good. If you haven't read Poison Study, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It is so good. It was so good. The magic system in here, or like the way they use magic, is so cool, and like the politics that go into this, like it's just like this whole world is crazy good, and it's so well thought out, well planned. Each character's voice was just so unique, and like the way they thought of things and did things in this book was just so good. So if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. Please pick this book up. It is so good. Anyways, that is my update for right now. I am going to go finish babysitting so I can start this Savage song when I'm done babysitting. So I'm going to find them right now because we're playing hide and go seek, because that's what kids love to do, is play hide and oh. I love you. I love you. Oh, she fell. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, I love you. Oh. Hey guys, what's up? I am currently in the process, I just finished editing. I'm in the process of uploading it right now. Oh, cool. Okay, it's working. So I'm gonna work on this really quickly, and then I think I'm gonna go and read a book outside. I think I'm gonna pick up Finding Silver. Alright, go. I think I'm going to go outside and read Finding Cinderella by Colleen Hoover. This is just a short little novella that follows Hopeless and Losing Hope. It's different characters, but you technically are supposed to read it after the first one or the second one. I guess it doesn't really matter at this point, because the second one is just a retelling of the first one in a different POV. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point, but I'm going to pick this one up. This follows the main character and Hopeless's best friend that moves away, and it looks like a good one to pick up after finishing a fantasy book, because then I'm finishing this and then jumping into another fantasy book, and on it goes. I've got a lot of fantasy books picked out, so my luck, I'm going to get in the slump by the end of this, but I'm being hopeful. I'm being hopeful that I won't fall into this abyss of a reading slump. Alright, I'll see y'all then. Okay, I gave up reading outside because it's so hot. So I guess I'm technically failing at that challenge, but it's fine. I don't really care. When you live in Texas, you have to deal with it, and I dealt with it. But there's a line in this book, okay? And it says, I know my reputation precedes me. And literally, this was me. I know my reputation precedes me, but I have to laugh. Sir, how come no one can get you on their staff? I literally am making Hamilton references as I'm reading my book. Like, I literally can't. Hey guys, remember when I said I was going to read outside? Well, didn't work. And now I'm at the house that I'm supposed to be house sitting for, and there's mowers. So sitting outside while they mow is a little awkward. And you know what's even worse? I didn't know they were coming. I just hear the dogs barking and I look out and they're there. Okay, well, I'm gonna shut up since you can't hear me. But like, I was terrified, but then I got over it. Now I'm mad because I didn't know. And and now I can't read outside, even though I didn't want to, but now I have an excuse not to. So yeah. Alrighty. So I am 73 pages in. There's 130 something pages in this book. So I am going to attempt to read outside for the remainder of this book. I don't know how well this is going to work, and I just felt the spider web and I'm gonna scream. If a spider crawls on me, I'm going inside. Like, that's literally the end of it. Like, one spider and I'm done. Alright, I'm gonna swing and read, and I'll let you know. Colleen just has a way of making my heart just cry, but like cry happy tears. I love her writing style, and I know that some people don't necessarily like her because of some things that have happened in her books, and like, I mean, that's fine, that's your opinion. We all are entitled to our own opinions. We all have belly buttons, we all have nipples, we all have two nipples. I love her writing style. I love her books so much because they make me feel like true love does exist, and that I can be hopeful that there's somebody out there that can understand my emotions and understand my, and like accept my personality and accept me as a person and love me for who I am, and not just because I'm pretty or I have money or something like that, you know what I mean? I like to look to her books as like a future anchor to my relationships in the future, and her books like helped me get through like relationships in high school, and I don't know, I just feel like her books have like helped shape my emotions in a way that like no other books have. And it's kind of strange to say that, but it really has. Like, I have had more connections with myself after reading her books, and I don't know why. And I know what I want in a relationship now, if I ever get one. But I know what I want in a relationship after reading her books. Like, I know what to look for in boys and men or whatever. Like, I know what to look for, and I know what I want, and I'm gonna go after what I want because of her books, because of the way she writes men is just great, and they're caring even with their flaws, and I just like her writing and her books. They just mean so much to me, and I know that some people don't like them. I get that. Like, we all have our opinions. We all, like, I get it. But just for me personally, I can just relate to them so well, and I love them. So that's my little spiel of getting almost halfway done with this book. I love her writing, and even though it is so small, I am so attached to these characters. I'm just attached to all of her characters, big, small, no matter the size of the book. Like, I love her characters and the way that she writes them. I'm almost done, so I'll be back with an update soon. I mean, I finished my book and I'm crying. This is like the 5th time I've cried today. Like, I can't stop crying on Colleen's book. But like, oh, I finished it. It is so good. If you haven't read Colleen's books, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. If you feel threatened by them, don't read them. I know that some people, you want to prove that for yourself, then read them. I really highly recommend them. They're so good. They're so good. I love them so much. It's just, Colleen has this, I love things that are like mentioned and then come back around full circle, and she does that in pretty much every single one of her novels. Like this one. She does something at the beginning that comes around at the end. Oh my gosh. If you're looking for a recommendation, I highly recommend Confess, or starting with her first series, which is Slammed, Point of Retreat, and then This Girl. But again, I highly, highly, highly recommend Colleen Hoover's books. But I am done with this. I guess this kind of marks 2 books off my list. Read Outside and finish a book in one day, because I finished this book in one day. And I read it partially outside, partially not. So I'm going to read another small book that's going to complete the other half, which is read a book in one day and also read it outside, because I'm going to read some of that outside as well. I just, like, you can't stay in the Texas heat for too long or you'll sweat more than you intake with water. So I'm hoping one of these days I will get some shade and some cool air, but that's a little hopeful considering I live in Texas where it's hot as fuck all the fucking time. But I completed a book for today, so technically it could be over. I could give myself some slack, but no, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to use this opportunity to get as far as I can in another book. Is that going to happen? I don't know. We'll see. Enter next book.
Really embarrassing.
But it's 10 o'clock, and I finished Finding Cinderella about 5 or so hours ago, and I never picked up another book. I ended up hanging out with one of my friends that I hadn't seen in a while, and I hung out with him, and I didn't read at all. But it is 10 o'clock, and I'm in the same predicament I was yesterday. I'm just going to read for a solid 2 hours and see how far I can get. I am currently on page, oh my god, there's Roman numerals. I don't know if I can do this. Why is there Roman numerals? This is like, oh, it's the prologue. Okay, I get it. So I'm in the prologue. I don't know what page I'm on because I can't read Roman numerals, unfortunately. I'm reading The Savage Song. This is the book that I picked for the challenge. Read a book that is hyped. So I picked This Savage Song. I wanted to do my challenges in order, but that didn't work because today I needed to read a book that just kind of eased my mind. So I picked up Finding Cinderella, which completed a couple of challenges, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna see how far I can get before midnight, and then that's gonna be the end of this vlog. Which is kind of embarrassing, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, you know, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Like, I finished 2 books in one day. Like, well, 2 days. No, 1 day, technically, if we're being technical. But, anyways, I probably shouldn't be wasting too much time on this. I've already spent 1 minute and 40 seconds of my life that I will never get back because I've been talking and being annoying. But anyways, I'm gonna jump into this really quick power read for the next 2 hours, and then I will update you on my progress. Also, I really need some ice cream right now, but my bank account says no, so I'm telling myself no. Anyways, I will see you in 2 hours. Bye. Okay, so I'm not done. I've only read like a couple of pages, but I just wanted to come back on here and say that, like, I started getting discouraged because I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm not going to be able to finish 7 books in 7 days. Like, that's a lot of work, especially if I'm reading only 2 ones that are like 2 books that are just like somewhat small that I could read pretty quickly. So I started getting discouraged. Like, I was discouraging myself, like, in my mind, because, like, I overthink things. But you know what? I just started reading The Savage Song, and, like, just a couple of pages, already I'm, like, hooked. I'm like, this is gonna be amazing. Like, I already know this is gonna be a good book to me. But it's also one that requires my undivided attention. And most of the time, I just, you know, I skim a lot when I feel the need to finish, like, the need to, like, hurry and finish a book. And that's how I feel most of the time during this readathon, because I'm really scared I'm not going to be able to get all the books read that I want to get read. But at the same time, like, I want to enjoy this book. I'm reading it for the first time, and I can't ever read it for the first time again. So, I'm going to take a step back, as much as it hurts my pride, knowing that I maybe finished this book may be hard to finish in 1 day, or 2. But I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to take a step back and try to, like, understand what I'm reading and comprehend it instead of skimming. And you know what? If I don't get as far as I want to get, then that happens. I just take an extra day to finish this book and hope that I can get the other ones. And if worse comes to worse, I don't finish 7 books in 7 days. Like, it's not the end of the world. Or I have to change one of my books to a smaller book, which is totally fine. I'm vlogging it, so it's not like I'm gonna be, like, misleading y'all. Like, sure, it wasn't in my TBR, but, like, I'm vlogging it, so, I mean, it doesn't really... it doesn't matter. Like, bitch, it don't matter. The Malachai? The Malachai monster, I literally read the little rhyme at the beginning of the book. This isn't a spoiler, because it happens in the first chapter. But the Malachai monster, I knew was going to be, like, a vampire type thing. It was great. I guessed it, and I kind of got it right. Points for me, because I figured something out in my book that was kind of irrelevant and, like, obvious. But anyways, I am this far in. It's time for me to go to bed. I am so tired. At this point, if I just keep reading, I'm not going to understand anything, because my brain is just, like, working on nothing. So, I'm going to go to bed. I think it's time for me to, you know, not do any more reading for today. So, I'm going to try to wake up early and start reading, but that probably won't happen. And I work tomorrow, so it means I'm not going to be reading as much as I want to, so, whoops. Day 2 of Booktube-A-Thon, I finished 1 book by completing 2 challenges by reading outside and finishing a book in 1 day. So, yay me. And I am a good chunk of the way through with this book. So hopefully I can finish this book tomorrow or get more than a good chunk of the way through. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all guys in my next vlog. Bye!